Hi, today I want to talk about something that's super important to me. It's called retirement plans. I'm really not talking about like IRAs, 401ks, annuities, pensions, or any of that other stuff. Most people already have those things. I think the biggest thing that people don't consider when they're retiring, though, is what are you going to do? What are you going to do during retirement? Like spending money is not how we're necessarily supposed to spend our lives. And I think that maybe the right thing to do when you're planning retirement is to plan for more than just spending your savings. So now that I've kind of just given a little bit of what I kind of think people should be doing with their retirements, this personal opinion, by the way, is here's some questions basically to ask yourself, like, oh, what am I planning to do when I retire? Or maybe you're already retired and you're like, I don't really know what my plan is. But here's some questions that may prompt you to get a better idea of what your retirement might look like if you were to consider it a different way instead of considering it as just an IRA or a 401k or a pension or annuity or something that your business offers. So, like, what is your plan? Like, do you have a specific plan for the day you retire besides just relaxing and watching TV or whatever? Like, what do you got in mind? Um, and if you're not sure what you have planned, then maybe the next step is to say, well, what's the thing you like to do when you're not working? Besides sit on the couch or like watch TV or your favorite programs or something along those lines. Do you have a hobby that you enjoy? Like maybe you like gardening or going outside to play golf. Is it outdoor hobby or is it indoor hobby? Um, what do you what do you love doing? You know, if you can't think of a hobby that you enjoy, because some people can't. You know, some people don't have a hobby that they like to go do, or maybe they're raising a family the entire time, and they're just like, you know, my hobby is my family. Um, Maybe you're that person, or maybe the person that's like, I know exactly what I want to do when I retire, and this is how I plan to spend it. If you're still having trouble at this point figuring out, like maybe like what your plan is, um, you could kind of think about like, well, who do you love spending time with? Maybe that's part of your hobby or your retirement plan because they're kind of almost becoming synonymous at this point. It's more than just a hobby though. But who do you love spending time with? Maybe that has something to do with part of your retirement plan. Um, how do you enjoy spending time with these people that you do spend time with? So either you're of the sort like I've already got this thing figured out, I don't need any help, or you're asking yourself like, what the hell is that guy talking about? And it's pretty simple in the sense that to me a retirement plan is more than just financial freedom and relaxation. It's my perception about retirement that's changed. Like you need an actual plan from a day-to-day basis. It's not about like, well, I have a doctor's appointment on Monday every month of the first quarter of the thing for my checkup, and I've got to get my hair done on. I get my hair cut every Saturday because that's what I did when I was in the military, or whatever your thing is. That's a good plan. It's a plan, but there's more to life than just I saved all this money so I could do nothing. Like there's got to be something that you love that you want to keep doing that could become this thing that blossoms into so much more. So what's the plan? Um, this is I've just taken some notes here, and really this is to help myself out. I'm saying trying to say this in a way that of how I'm thinking about what to do with my own life, and hoping that maybe some other people can find some solace in that. So my plan, I want to make it simple because I don't need a complicated plan to figure out my life. I don't feel like I should because if I had one, oh, I could be at this for years, right? So I want to find the hobby that I enjoy doing, and I just want to do it. Like that's what I want to do, but I don't really know what I want to do, and I'm not really good at a lot of things. I don't feel like so. You can do it real good, like the song. That's the joke I kind of made, but not like the song. Like don't do it that good. But for some people, it's fishing, or it's teaching, or it's making. You could fish if you don't want to teach fishing. You can make the lures. If you don't want to make the lures, you can sell the lures. If you don't want to sell lures, you can maybe you're really knowledgeable about fishing rods, and if you don't want to do any of that stuff, maybe you could be a guide, or you can just own the boat, you know, or you can own the guide company, or there's so many things that you can do with this. So you make a plan based around the things that you like. Maybe that thing is sewing, and you love like sewing supplies, and you have this like abundance of knowledge about how to make patterns and how to help people make patterns. Or maybe you. So how do we do this, right? So how do we take this thing that we love? This is our retirement plan, by the way. If you're not, if you're on board already, this is the retirement plan, because do the thing you love and you won't have to work a day in your life, right? If you don't do it too much. Because if you work a 12-hour day doing the thing you love, it will feel like work. So we're trying to find the thing that we love to do when we're not actually working, so that we can pursue that thing when we've reached financial freedom, which is the old concept, in my opinion, of what a retirement plan is. And then we can really do something awesome with it. Um, so here, let me find my spot here. If you can't teach it, then you work for the store, right? You work for the sewing supply store. And if you can't work for a store that's doing the thing you love, then you join a group and you do that. And if you can't join a group, then you just share that group exists. Because just the exposure of the thing that you love creates this idea of like a helping network, essentially. And that helps feed those new people coming in who might be interested in the thing that you like. So there's no shame in being interested in something. And lastly, if you can't do any of those things, but you just got a boatload of money, then create the opportunities that provide these circumstances in the community. I don't like to think of this as giving back. I really don't like that concept. I know other people kind of are like, this is my whole life, giving back. I'm just giving back. I don't want you to give anything. Don't give me anything. I don't want anything, right? That needs to come back. This tip culture stuff's got to go. Don't give me anything. What I want is for people to share the thing that they enjoy with others that might find it interesting. That's a lot. To me, that's a much better idea. I'm going to give one example. I know I've been chatting it up for a little bit, but I got a hankering. Like my leather belt's getting old and it's not doing so great, and so I'm like, oh, maybe I'll make one. My mother used to take me and my younger brother to these stores. It was a leather store, and like I think we were making like it was back in the day when like braided leather belts were a thing, and we didn't make any leather belts, but whatever. But she took us to the store and we bought some like leather bracelet or something like that. We're very young, and so randomly I was like, you know what? I need a new belt. And I could spend $80 to $150 on a really nice leather belt, but I'm not really going to do that. I think I might go make one. I'm very aware that these supplies now they do cost this much, but I go to the store and I get all the supplies, and I'm talking with the gentleman, and I find out this is how much this costs to make it. So I gain an appreciation for the craftsmanship of making leather items. In addition to that, they're like, hey, we offer a class. And I was like, well, what class do you offer? And they're like, no, we offer any class that you want to take. Like if you want to take let me move this camera up here because I find that I'm looking down a little bit more and I'd rather look at the camera. But they're like, any class you want to take, you can take that class. So they, like if you wanted to make a leather purse, you could take the leather purse class. All they ask is that you buy the supplies from the store, which keeps the store in business. And they have all the tools that you need to make the thing that you're interested in. So I was like, no kidding. And so I see the list essentially. Like I got the list there, and I'm looking at it, and there's only one name on there, and it's like so and so wants to do a guitar strap class. I happen to play a little guitar, not well, but I do play, and I was like, oh my god, that's awesome! Like, why don't I know about this? I started thinking to myself, like, why don't I know that you can make your own guitar strap? Like, guitar straps aren't really like any more expensive than anything else. I mean, it's about the same price as an average belt, $30 or whatever for a really good guitar strap. Um, and then I remember like, oh man, I saw this really cool leather guitar strap on that someone was using online. They were playing. I was like, it looked really nice. It looked very comfortable. That was a real thing. And they're standing up playing, so guitars can get a little heavy. You want a comfortable strap. And then I realized like there's a gap here between the two things. Like, why doesn't the leather store think to reach out to the guitar stores and say, hey, we're going to do a class, maybe invite all your students to the leather store to do the free class. Maybe their parents want to go and take their children and having it like, let's say an exposure experience, but like just an experience that they can do. Like it's a bonding experience, but any experience is good. You take the one thing from this place and you blend it in with the other thing from this place. You take the thing you love, making leather items, and you share it with something else that someone else might love in hopes that you find more people to share with. That's a plan, and it's a great way to retire, in my opinion. You're not giving back, you're just sharing the thing that you enjoy with others in a way that kind of lifts them. Um, so, what is your plan? You know, like what is your plan for retirement besides just spending your hard-earned money? Do you have a hobby or a passion that you're considering doing, or maybe you have people that you want to share it with, or you're not sure about any of those things, and you kind of like don't don't know what to do. And so, I have a section for that here. If you're not sure what the thing that you want to do is, um, I know that by the time you reach a particular age, you're pretty sure what you don't want to do. So that's the best place to start. And if you're still lost there, just try to notice the thing you do that makes time pass a little faster. It's kind of one of those things where you look up at the clock and you're like, oh shit, like what have I been doing for the last 45 minutes? And it doesn't even matter what that thing is. It's just finding a way to take that thing that makes time pass and retire with it by sharing it with others, because there are so many other people out there today who are looking for help in a specific thing, particularly me. I'm looking for help all the time with little things like how to pick out a thing from a store. I mean, I can't speak volumes about the gentleman at hardware stores when I go there needing help, not just with buying things, but with particular projects, and they've got a wealth of experience in these projects. I had to redo a couch cushion at my house because if you have a pet, you know there's always the one pet who sits on top of the couch cushion staring out the window, barking at everybody as they come by. I'm going to redo this couch cushion, and I can't tell you, I can't speak volumes about, I'll say it again, like volumes about the help that I received from going to a store with a knowledgeable person. Somebody's been doing this and loves to do it, and they're like, hey, you don't want to get that foam right there. It's going to be too, it'll feel like they put a piece of wood in between the couch cushions to make it a little stiffer. So having those people around, that's the people, those are you, that's you. If you're looking at this video and you're like, I don't know if that's me, there's something you know about that you have a wealth of knowledge about that you don't think you know about, but you have it. And that little bit of help can really lift a person's life. Like myself, this younger generation that's coming into it, you can really show them how wonderful and beautiful the thing is that you enjoy by just going and sharing that thing. To me, that's the way to retire. The money, all the finance stuff that comes along with your passion, it will always be there if you find the thing that you love and you do it well. Uh, if you've made it this far and you're not sure how to do it, my best advice is just to explore all the ins and out of the thing that you think you might like. Every little piece of it. If you're not sure how to explore the ins and out, you do it kind of like a bumblebee. You just go wherever you land. It's going to be like throwing darts, but not as precise. Whatever you think you might be interested in, explore that option. Um, and if you're not really sure how to do that, then it doesn't matter at all. Just go exploring. As long as you're doing it in a place that lifts other people and lifts your spirit, you're fine. I hope everybody has a great day and happy 4th of July.